Coming up on Fulton Today, the Fulton County Police Department prepares for its final days with the county before some of them make the transition to the city of South Fulton. Also, what you need to know about the tax assessor's new website before you try to access the information you need. And Fulton's youth commissioners ask state lawmakers for help with their peers. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. We began with a first and a last for the Fulton County Police Department. Now, while many on the force will soon transition to their new home in the city of South Fulton, some will stay employed with Fulton County government. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now to explain.
Shania, the March 26th transition date is approaching. But when you consider police coverage for Fulton Industrial Boulevard, everyone may not be leaving.
We know that there's a demand for police no matter what.
Fulton County police officers affected by South Fulton's transition to cityhood made their way to the Aviation Community Cultural Center to hear the latest transition news from county leaders.
The city has been very consistent. If you want to go work for the city, they're going to offer you a job.
So far, the transition of departments to South Fulton has gone smoothly. The same is expected to occur with police, but unlike the previous transitions, the police officers have the option of staying with the county.
The one, of course, complicating factor in this transition is directed by the Board of Commissioners. We're going to maintain police services internally for Fulton Industrial District.
Fulton Industrial is roughly 7.5 square miles of unincorporated Fulton County. Though its future remains to be seen, the mostly industrial area and county operations such as senior centers and art centers still need protection. With the county and the city offering positions, the officers needed answers to their questions.
We had a lot of questions, obviously, about what jobs will be posted. And the main question really was, what is the timeline for hiring? The city is offering jobs as well, so they want to make sure that they're on the same kind of timeline.
Despite having to make an important career decision, the employees are thankful for the information they are receiving.
A lot of people are concerned that are staying and want to stay with the county because of all type of reasons. Some are in the defined benefit plan and they need to know what they're doing for their future as far as their finances.
After the police department makes its transition, the focus will turn to the Parks and Recreation Department. They are scheduled to join the city of South Fulton on June 4th. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you very much, Brian. Meanwhile, Fulton partners with 2 organizations to put young people to work. The county's Community Development Department, along with the organization Juma and My Brother's Keeper, hosted a hiring event at the Oak Hill Child, Family, and Adolescent Center. The young adults aged 18 to 24 were seeking employment opportunities at the Georgia World Congress Center, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and SunTrust Park.
Most individuals, if they want to learn about how to connect or join the GEOMA team, they can work with one of their local community-based organizations or also go to Fulton County's website as we partner with My Brother's Keeper, Fulton County Task Force, as they assist us in actually identifying some of these young people ages 18 to 24.
Before arriving, the job seekers were instructed to be prepared to interview for positions as cashiers, food preps, servers, and utility workers.
They have a lot of opportunities for people of my age. They just want to make us, better. They're a program that want to help us.
Juma, which means work in multiple African dialects, strives to break the cycle of poverty by paving the way to work, education, and financial capability for youth all across America. In this week's legislative update, members of Fulton's youth commissioners plead with lawmakers to increase the dropout age.
We're here at the Capitol during the House Education Committee hearing on HB 932, which is to increase the high school dropout age from 16 to 17. Well, the Fulton County Youth Commission annually goes to the Capitol and we lobby the support of our legislators for the pieces of legislation we would like to see passed. most of which is related to education. So a lot of our young people make calls. We actually pull legislators out of session to get their support. So a lot of the time in lobbying and days at the Capitol has definitely paid off, and we were able to get some of these legislators and senators particular to join our youth commission at our weekly meetings, and as a result we're able to create our proposal into a bill. It was very important to get a youth's perspective on the importance of this bill. I believe the youth's approach and perspective on why this is important will garner the support of our education committee, which clearly we were successful in passing this bill to a full committee. My students did a wonderful job. I was like a proud parent to see all of the time and practice and training actually pay off. And I always share this statement with my students that your persistence will equal distance. And today we definitely went the distance, and we're proud to see that our work is paying off.
Paying off indeed. Though lawmakers did not vote on the bill, they've asked the young people to keep working at it and bring it back again next year. Meanwhile, a few of Fulton's justice partners serve as subject experts during the 2018 Lynx Day at the Capitol. Over 100 women from 15 statewide chapters of the Lynx Incorporated convened for their annual Day of Legislative Advocacy. This year's theme, Putting the Missing Links Together, a conversation about mental health, education, and criminal justice. Fulton Superior Court Judge Gail Tucson, along with representatives from Juvenile Court, served as the criminal justice and the education panelists.
Each and every day, you just have to come to the courthouse and sit in on a criminal calendar, and you can see that the individuals that are coming before the court don't have what they need. You can see that the victims don't feel like they're really being heard, and it's just something that we need to kind of slow down and I think be more intentional in how we respond as a community.
The Lynx Incorporated is an international not-for-profit organization and volunteer service organization composed of over 15,000 extraordinary women of color.
Well, you know, the Lynx are just phenomenal, a big group of mostly parents, African-American women. And because of the population of children that we see in juvenile court, mostly African-American children, I believe this is a good start for a conversation as to why are we here. What can we do for these children to make sure they're educated? But more importantly, how are we going to stop the flow of children to the courts?
As 2018 Lynx Day at the Capitol in Fulton County, Georgia.
Fulton's chairman presented the group with a proclamation declaring it 2018 Lynx Day at the Capitol in Fulton County.
And the Lynx as an organization are in the forefront. These women are outstanding. What they do is outstanding work, and we're just so grateful for what they do in helping us. It's the partnership that matters, so that's why we were happy to proclaim today as their day at the state capitol in Fulton County, Georgia.
Georgia's chief turnaround officer, Dr. Eric Thomas, served as the education subject expert, and Dr. Leroy Reese and Dr. Brian McGregor from the Morehouse School of Medicine served as subject experts in the area of mental health. We continue our special series now with the tax assessor's office called Understanding Your Property Assessments. Now this week, we're going to take a look at their website, which you will need if you want to handle your tax assessments. Here now to talk to us about this is database specialist Reginald Elder. Reginald, welcome to Fulton Today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell everybody why the office wanted to create this new website.
Well, we got a new website because we felt that we needed one that was more user-friendly, more of a centralized location, that when the taxpayers come to our website, they can access all the information that they need from that one website that we provide.
And make sure everybody has the address and tell them all about it.
Our address is www.fultonassessor.org, and the website has vital information such as online appealing, homestead exemption applications, and various things that the taxpayer may need or request throughout the year without having to come down to a central location office or one of our remote offices throughout the county.
And will the user be able to obtain vital information on this site?
Yes, they will. One of the features that was carried over from our old website, not only will the taxpayer be able to view the data in regards to their parcel, but also will provide a aerial view of their parcel as well, where they can actually see their parcel and the data associated with that parcel.
And what are you hoping will result from this particular new website?
We at the tax assessors are hoping that the residents will be more informed about our tax assessors department. Not only will we be keeping the public up to date about certain deadlines that are coming up on our calendar, but we have that calendar posted on this new website, and as well as other news and information that pertains to the tax assessor's office that we feel our residents of Fulton County should be made aware of.
Reginald Elder, database specialist, great information. Kudos on the new website, and thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now be sure to tune in next week when we talk to Fulton's chief appraiser, Dwight Robinson. He'll explain the assessment process and what you can do if you don't agree with your assessed value. And still to come on Fulton Today, Fulton's chairman says thank you to one of the most loyal businesses along the Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. Stay with us, everybody. Fulton County thanks one of its most loyal companies for providing economic growth in the county, and another commissioner spends some time in the jail. Here's this week's District by District coverage. We begin with Chairman Rob Pitts, who gets a look at one of the major corporate tenants doing business along Fulton Industrial Boulevard. The at-large commissioner walked the facilities of Miller Zell, a leading retail design company. The chairman saw how the company is able to provide services including retail brand strategy, shopper marketing, store design, and graphic design to retailers all across the globe.
Well, this is a true, family-friendly environment that speaks to what we have here in South Fulton County. So I wanted to see it firsthand so I can then tell the story about this company and what opportunities there are on the south side of Fulton County for those who are interested in coming south or coming to Fulton County, not just to think about Atlanta and Midtown and North, but the great things that are happening here in South Fulton County as well.
The chairman says Miller Zell has been courted to move its facilities to other locations in the state, but instead they've chosen to stay right in Fulton County.
We've been in the area in Fulton Industrial for 40 years, but we leased, and in fact we were in 5 different buildings that we leased. This building came available, and we were able to consolidate our 5 buildings into this one, so it's been really important for us.
Miller Zell is consistently ranked as one of the top retail design firms in the industry.
In 2015 was over $500 billion, huge number.
Vice Chairman Bob Ellis takes to the airwaves to share his concerns about the opioid epidemic in Fulton. The District 2 Commissioner visited the studios of V103 for an interview with radio host Maria Boynton.
It touches everybody, and it's your neighbors, it's your family members, and we all just need to be committed to doing our part to end the epidemic.
The vice chair shared with the listening audience details about the county's efforts to deal with the crisis, including the drug disposal boxes, a text-to-tip line, allocating more money for naloxone, and why the county filed a lawsuit against manufacturers of the drug.
We're seeing some really positive development as governments all across the country and within the state of Georgia say, hey, things have got to change, and this sector in particular has got to be held accountable, from not only from a financial standpoint, but from a perspective of a change in their actual practices in which they do business.
Fulton County officials formed their own heroin task force. Fulton County's death rate from opioids is twice the national average. District 3 Commissioner Lee Morris visits the Fulton County Jail. The commissioner was given a tour of the facilities and heard how inmates are processed through the system. Commissioner Morris is one of the executive sponsors on the board for the All People Are Safe priority area, so he wanted to see for himself how one of the busiest jails in the state conducts its business.
The tour was fascinating for me to see the kitchen operation, what a massive operation that is, the healthcare operation. As Colonel Adger described it, it's really a city in here. Between all of that, the meal preparation, the healthcare provision, and all the other services that are provided. So it was educational and eye-opening, and I was glad to have made the tour.
As a part of the commissioner's interest in the justice system, he also joined Chief Magistrate Chief Judge Cassandra Kirk for a tour of the DeKalb Mental Health Court. Commissioner Morris is looking for ways to provide the best services for mental health clients who are in the justice system. District 4 Commissioner Natalie Hall continues her tour of senior facilities. This time she visits the Helene S. Mills Senior Facility. As a first-term commissioner, Commissioner Hall wants to get a look at the centers and hear what the seniors say they need most.
I have been taking the opportunity to go around to the different senior multi-purpose facilities and senior centers to visit them and tour them, meet the staff, meet the seniors that attend those facilities, and just ask questions about what they like and what they need and if there are any improvements that are necessary, because I want to make sure that our seniors have the services and programs that they deserve.
I love what she said about more money for seniors, especially improving homes for senior citizens. That I think that money is very beneficial because, you know, we're on a fixed income very long now, so every little bit will help us.
She's just in touch. She's very informative, and she's got a beautiful personality, and that always works with us, you know, and I like her, and I like her staff.
Fulton County manages 15 neighborhood centers and 4 senior multi-purpose facilities. 2 of them are in Commissioner Hall's district. Each facility provides opportunities for active adults aged 55 and older to participate in life enrichment classes, nutrition, education, fitness, leisure, and other activities. And finally, in District 6, a round of applause for members of the Camp Truett Neighborhood Senior Center who are now officially artists. Commissioner Emma I. Darnell joined the group for the reveal of their artist showcase. Members who created a piece of art over the 8-week period talked about their work.
I was inspired by the art class because to concentrate on something like this was encouraging to me. It was something I could do every week. And the art teacher said, there's no such word as we can't.
When we first started, they were completely nervous. They were ready to quit. They had no clue where to start, where to begin. And, you know, it was almost a nightmare. But I had to actually take the time and teach them the process from start to finish.
Camp Truett is always a joy and a pleasure to come and share, but to see how the Department of Arts and how Derek, the instructor, and the people of this community have come together to make beauty is just fantastic. We look forward to coming to Camp Truett again for part 2, and then we're going to move on down to the Howard Museum.
The seniors were thrilled to have their works of art displayed in a public facility. The artwork can be seen at the center, located at 4320 Herschel Road in College Park. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And still to come on Fulton Today, does your plate look like this? If not, we'll tell you why it should when we come back. Did you know that there are over 200,000 cases of malnutrition each year, and the group most affected? People 60 years of age and older. Well, with Fulton's booming aging population, the county's senior services director wanted to weigh in. Dr. Pamela Rochelle is the director of Fulton Senior Services. Dr. Pam, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Thank you for having me today.
So I kind of gave a hint as to why you all care so much about this National Nutrition Month.
Georgia is among the top rated states for senior hunger in the country. And again, senior hunger and food insecurity are connected to health outcomes, managing chronic conditions, and allowing older adults to remain active and independent for as long as possible.
And most of us are familiar with the old food pyramid. Is that still relevant, or is there something else new to explore?
Well, actually, Tufts University has developed a food pyramid that's really focused on older adults and the specific nutrients and vitamins and the healthful way that older adults should eat to maintain proper weight and to get the proper nutrition that they need as they continue to age.
And in addition to eating right, should seniors also concentrate more on the beverages they consume?
Older adults should consume 8 8-ounce glasses of water or their favorite beverage during the day. And the reason this is so important is because research indicates that many of the medications that older adults take every day can dehydrate them. So proper fluid intake is very important.
And Dr. Rochelle, your final thoughts.
Well, nutrition for older adults is not only important in the month of March, but all year long. And I invite you to connect with us at Fulton County Senior Services through the many nutrition education and physical fitness and health classes that we offer across the county. You can call us at 404-613-6000 to get more information.
Fulton County Senior Services Director, Dr. Pamela Rochelle, always great information. Thank you so much for your time.
It was my pleasure to be here today.
If you want to get information on National Nutrition Month or about how a proper plate of food should look, you can visit choosemyplate.gov. In addition to National Nutrition Month in recognition of World TB Day, Fulton County's health officials are presenting a campaign all month long. The campaign will include a World TB Day walk, a formal program on Friday, March 23rd at the Board of Health headquarters at 10 Park Place at 10 a.m. That march now will begin at 1:30. According to the Georgia Department of Public Health, a total of 301 new cases of TB were reported in Georgia in 2016, representing a 6% decrease from 2015. You can contact Fulton's Board of Health for information about its regular TB screenings. Fulton's behavioral health professionals joined forces with the Arts and Culture team to kick off the Creative Like Me art exhibit. Before seeing the works of art, the special day began with a proclamation from Fulton commissioners that recognizes the adults participating in the Developmental Disabilities Program. Then came the reception and the opening of the art exhibit in the Peachtree Gallery inside the Government Center downtown.
So we definitely want to reach out to our citizens with developmental disabilities and encourage them to be creative and to express themselves through art.
The idea for an arts collaboration began with a proposal from Arts and Culture as a means of reaching over 300 developmentally disabled adults with enrichment through creative expression.
I'm glad people to come out to show support.
I feel good because I know that he's going somewhere. He's going to be enjoying what he's doing. He's not going to just be sitting around doing nothing. He's engaging in something, engaging in some activities and stuff. He has something that he can do and a lot to talk about when he gets back home.
The art project comes as the nation observes Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month.
And we invite everyone to come out and see what our clients have done in collaboration with the Department of Arts and Culture. And so we're excited about that collaboration, and we're excited that today marks a day where we're demonstrating how to increase awareness around developmental disabilities and seeing people for who they are.
Creative Like Me will also include an April 3rd, 2018 panel discussion titled The Value of Creative Expression. And this panel discussion will be held at the Central Training Facility at 10:30 a.m. Up next on Fulton Today, celebrating a childhood favorite. Stay with us, everybody. Well, the past comes to life with a little help of today's modern technology. Tweens, teens, and seniors attended a presentation at the Southeast Atlanta Branch Library to learn how they can access information on historical events. This particular class learned how to trace and map the path and history of the Underground Railroad all the way to Canada while using the digital library's African American newspaper database.
We were able to show them ebooks and e-audiobooks. You can check out movies. We had all kinds of clips from Access Videos. We had something called Overdrive, which has popular books on the Underground Railroad. You can just zero right in, on that particular subject. So any learner, whatever style you might have, would be able to benefit from the resources we have here.
Whether you prefer videos, audiobooks, or hard copies, there are multiple ways to access information on any subject matter at the library. The library and its digital options are a big hit with patrons.
I think it's great, and I think it's a good tool. It's free, and the interface was really easy to use.
Yes, the information is free as long as you have a Fulton County Library card. And finally, Fulton and its youngsters joined the National Green Eggs and Ham celebration. As a part of the 20th anniversary of Read Across America Day, children all over the county celebrated the birthday of Dr. Seuss. Reading Across America Day is a reading motivation and awareness program that calls for every child in every community to celebrate reading.
Well, we're celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday because it helps us encourage children to become lifelong readers and sharing the excitement of a Dr. Seuss book. I mean, take your pick. They're all wonderful. They're all super fun. We did a great story time at most of our branches to celebrate this, and we hope that it'll encourage children of any age and adults of any age to continue reading and to just get into the spirit of Dr. Seuss's birthday.
The Atlanta Fulton Public Library System celebrated the big day with fun events such as arts and crafts, Dr. Seuss book readings, and of course, tasty snacks. This is just one of the many events the Atlanta Fulton Public Library System hosts throughout the year to celebrate reading. You can check out the library's website at afpls.org for upcoming events. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Be sure to follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. And you can watch a replay of this show and any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.